Reporting to you live from the 718. Mike in my palm.
Hey guys, welcome back to Nicholas Podcast.
What's good?
This is the place where we have real talk from, real girls. You know what I'm saying? And we love to bring and introduce new artists that are either already in the game or bringing into the game, whichever one. Today we have Kony Brooks. Kony, sorry.
It's alright, I still love you.
So introduce yourself though. Like what do you normally go by? Let us know where you're from, everything.
My name is Kony Brooks. I'm from the Bronx, New York. I represent ICMG2D. That's my record label.
Okay.
Shout out to my gang, the Thot Boys.
Thot Boys.
Yes.
Okay, I don't want to be none of your friends.
You want to be all my friends.
We gonna get into that.
They change your life.
So the worst it sounds like.
We gonna get into that. So let's start with Kony. Kony, King of New York.
Yes.
So the king.
How were you always Kony?
No.
Mm-hmm.
My original name was terrible. I can't believe you actually got me off to say this in public.
Say it.
Blaze. It was so dead.
That's not that bad. Y'all remember Tupac first?
Blaze. Oh.
I was like,
I was like
13 or some shit. But it hung with me till I was like 16, 17. I used to battle.
Okay.
So I was in a battle, and there was this dude from my block. His name is Pony, but we always thought it was because he looked like a horse.
Oh.
Nah, I'm being honest. That was a joke.
Sorry, Pony.
But we was battling somebody from another block.
Kiki riding now.
Oh Lord. The petty is real. But yeah. In his verse, he said something about being a Prince of New York.
Okay.
So then, like, my rebuttal off of his line was like, if you call him Prince, then I'm a king. And then my whole block just started calling me Kony.
Okay.
So Kony isn't like your real name?
No, not at all. That is not. That's my real last name, but it's not my real first name.
Okay, gotcha. It sounds like it could be like your last name though.
Yeah. Trying to change the birth certificate.
So how was it being from the Bronx?
It's far coming out here. Thank you very much.
Right.
Did you have to swim through traffic?
Right.
You know what?
I actually, you know what's crazy? I have like not love is the wrong word, but I don't mind the Bronx. I think it's, I don't mind the Bronx.
There, so
What school?
Monroe College.
Okay.
So, I was running the strip. That was cool, but I wasn't trying to go.
You wasn't trying to explore at all?
Yeah. That's like going to Island and staying on the resort. Like,
Right.
She didn't want to go explore.
Go sightsee a little.
No, but tell us about the Bronx. What do you love about it?
Oh my God, the culture is real. It's real. It's like in a 3-block radius, you can go from seeing, you know what I'm saying, a strictly black neighborhood into a strictly Dominican neighborhood into a strictly Puerto Rican neighborhood. Then I'm literally 7 blocks away from Little Italy from my house. Then I get on a train, 4 stops. I'm uptown in Gun Hill with all my Jamaicans. You know what I'm saying? So it's very diverse. It's very diverse. A lot of different flavors of women.
Okay. Do you feel like with the energy that hip hop came from the Bronx and all that stuff, do you feel like that kind of inspired your music?
Oh yeah, definitely, no doubt. Because I always got to walk around with a chip on my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brooklyn, because a lot of great artists come from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Especially now, a lot of the work gets done in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to go to a showcase or a concert or something like that, a podcast interview, a radio interview, and it not be in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm always kind of walking in with that whole, for the Bronx, we started this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you feel like you got something to prove.
I gotta be on 10 every time I walk somewhere.
Yeah. I literally was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like at every show, even parties, it's just like every other borough don't really matter. Like it's really between the Bronx and Brooklyn. But how do you feel about artists in Queens though?
It's a new rise, like a new, I want to say, resurgence of the Queens artists. You know what I'm saying? I think classically there's a lot of dope lyricists that came out of Queens. You know what I'm saying? And right now we're definitely seeing a rebirth of that. Like a lot of these young dudes that I'm meeting at showcases, believe it or not, they rolling deep from Queens, and it's a beautiful thing to see. I'll be hyped when Staten Island come outside.
Really? I've only had one Staten Island I only had one. Seriously, and then he gave me a hat and a shirt, so he is lit. I just don't remember his name.
Now I met like two, but I'm not gonna hold you because of the fact that they had to get on the ferry.
Yeah.
They legitimately came deep as shit.
Wow.
Like legit, like 30 deep type shit. So
That's dope.
shout out to the commission. They're doing shit. And shout out to optometrists.
Yeah.
Solid.
That's dope.
So I had to say this because I did see your freestyle one. See, I don't know how they be saying it. Serious or Sirius?
Serious
radio.
Sirius FM radio though with I believe it was the Sway.
K-Slay.
K-Slay, okay. And I saw your freestyle though, and that shit was fire.
Thank you.
Like it really was fire. And so like I could tell by your music like you are a lyricist.
Yeah.
So how do you feel like being in this industry where like lyrics aren't what they used to be? First off, people don't, you know what I'm saying? Like everything is a gimmick, and everything you gotta kind of have a gimmick to be in it. So you knowing that you're a lyricist in this game, how do you feel like you're gonna bully your way through?
Doing exactly what you just said. There's no one way to necessarily get into this game. You know what I'm saying? That's why with my project I did a lot of growing artistically.
Okay.
I did a lot of being vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like barring you to death, because I can give you double, triples, and quads all day. Like that's, you know what I'm saying? That's second nature to me. But I really wanted to be relatable with this project. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to, even with the party music, like people love that Thot shit for some reason.
Yeah.
Yo, Thot Boys.
Yeah.
That shit bangs, okay?
What, the song?
Yeah. All right, so my question is, I feel like a lot of artists, they come to shows, like we do shows, he's done a couple of our shows, more bookings. I feel like a lot of artists don't know how to perform, and they feel like just grabbing a mic and, you know, spitting whatever, that's a performance. So what, like...
20 seconds.
Yeah. What do you think is a good performance? Like, what can you tell us is a good performance?
Well, for one, the thought and transitions of your music, pretty much giving me an experience. You know what I'm saying? Something else that plays into a good performance for me is how you interact with the crowd. You know what I'm saying? By the end of your song, do I know your chorus? Am I singing your chorus with you? And then transferring that energy. Are you going to stand in one spot on that stage? Are you going to come vibe with me in the crowd? What are you going to do to keep my attention for this, 8 minutes or 15 minutes that you're going to be on stage? Your features, are they as good as you? You know what I'm saying? Excuse me.
Yeah, because, I know.
Yeah, I don't want to talk bad about nobody.
Nah, but sometimes they bring that feature and it's like, bro, that person killed your energy.
You was bodying, but your man.
Yeah,
and that takes away from a performance.
Yeah. I feel like with your project, now we're going to talk about Old Hill King.
Okay, let's go.
You have some really nice features on there. Like Teddy, I feel like you and Teddy Rams together are...
Shaq and Kobe.
Right. So, what type of... I know you were saying you grew a lot between your last project and this project, and you're like 10 projects deep, right? Yeah. So, what do you think is the difference between those projects and this one?
Well, for one, my process was very different with this one. I'm usually like very super closed in. When I work on my music, it's kind of like you're only hear about it when it's done. You know what I'm saying? But with this one, it actually took me a lot longer. So I locked in for like 2 years to put this together. And then in the process of that, like I literally let people like Teddy and Ray Fame into like my creative process, like the writing, the rewriting process, hearing first, second, third, fourth drafts, taking the constructive criticism and figuring out how to make it my own. That much of my process was super duper different. Usually also, I go into a project and I go, I'm going to do 16 songs, this subject matter, the first 16 that I put out, it goes. This project, I recorded like 50 joints.
Damn.
And then I just kind of picked through it. You know what I'm saying? Also with this project, I set up a home studio. So I was able to record at home. So I was able to like give those feelings and emotions at the moment that I wrote it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's one thing that hinders us as artists when we have to pay for studio time and then trying to recreate that feeling. Because I don't feel that way in 2 weeks for my session. I feel that way right now. Like right now I'm sad. Right now I'm thinking about killing myself. Right now I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to display that type of emotion with my project.
When you say you have your own label, is it like that's your label?
Yeah.
So how? Okay, well, someone
pay taxes and all that good shit.
With someone that's kind of like what A Boogie and them did, and I noticed when it was like a documentary. He was out in the hood, and he had a bunch of entourage of people around him. Now you also talking about people having whack features on. How do you weed them out? Like people that are worth being in your entourage, people that are worth hitting that stage with you, because everybody want a chance. And knowing that you run your own shit is even more so, because it's like you can't use the excuse of, well, I don't got the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you're the one running it. So like, how do you weed out those people?
I don't know. I think I walk around with this unapproachable but approachable face, and then it's like I'm the nice guy out the crew. Teddy's the bully.
Okay.
Swag is the other bully. We're not gonna talk about Swag. We don't let him come outside much. He's crazy. I love my brother though. He's crazy. But it's like. So people will see it and they'll ask, but they kind of know what comes with it. And then I'm kind of in a space where I've been doing it so long and I've been blessed to, you know what I'm saying, touch the platforms that I touch, that a lot of artists, they get intimidated. There is a lot of intimidation. So there's a lot of, mutual respect, obviously, because me as a fan of the art, I'm not even looking at, oh yeah, I just did K-Slay a month ago. I'm on some, you fucking dope, let's work. That's how I move. But people see me and was like, oh nah, I can't work with it. Like I literally
Hollywood.
Not even. I literally had somebody hit me in my DM, I want to say 2-3 weeks ago, and tell me, I want to feature with you, but I'm not ready. But I think the artist is super dope.
Yeah.
So I'm like, nah, I'm ready to work right now. Let's send the record, like, let's link. I'm not ready yet. I haven't done enough to be featured on a record with you yet. And that happens to me a lot.
That's crazy. I don't think people should do that, because I know I was talking to somebody else after the show, and he had an opportunity to have join with 6ix9ine as a feature or whatever, and for whatever reason it didn't happen, and he regretted it because, like, I want to say 2 months later he was saying that's when Gummo came out. So it's like a lot of people block their own blessings by sleeping on themselves.
Yeah. Feeling like they're not ready.
Yeah.
Right. So were you those moments?
Yeah, I was just about to say. Were you always this confident?
Nah. So I was literally 5 feet away from Jay-Z shooting a music video.
Wow.
A couple years ago. We was in Battery Park. We shooting or whatever the case is. Some Spanish guy comes over. He's like, yo, you got a demo on you? I said, no, I ain't got no demo. What the fuck out of here? Who are you? He's like, nah, I'm here with Jay and Beyonce, whatever the case is. I'm like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
So, literally, like, if I look over to my right, it's Jay, it's Blue, it's Beyonce, and B's mom. And they literally sitting there eating lunch or whatever the case is. He walks past the security, steps over the little chain, sits right next to them, points at me. So I'm like, oh shit. I didn't have no CDs on me. But
damn, not even a USB?
But regardless of the fact, dude comes back to me, he's like, yo, Jay actually just said he likes what the fuck you doing. And I can hear Jay, he's like, yo, that young nigga over there, he getting it. Like, yo, I'm gonna see you at the top type shit. So he's like, yo, if you wanna holler at Jay, we leaving out of here in about 2 hours. I said, all right, bet. If I'm done shooting, I'll meet y'all around the front. He said, cool. So I walk over, whatever the case is. We finish our video, and I'm walking out, and literally, TMZ hopping out of bushes, all types of crazy shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Security rush up to the car, and the security guard sees me, and he's holding the car so I can come talk to him. I caught the spaghetti legs.
Home Alone, babe. Boy.
Yeah, so that's definitely one moment I regret. You know what I'm saying?
But it's not happening. I feel like stuff like that too, like, at the end, it always comes around.
Yeah.
It always comes around, and when it's supposed to come around at the end of the day. So, like, maybe that time just wasn't it.
It wasn't my time. It wasn't my time. You know what I'm saying?
No, so let's go back into the project, though, because I have a couple comments. But for one, I want to say my favorite song was Distance.
Thank you.
That was my favorite song.
Thank you.
Because you were talking about some shit. Can you please explain that song real quick?
All right, so parts of the record was very real. Parts of the record was for the sake of storytelling.
Okay.
But the record's about me being an artist or whatever the case is. I'm on tour, and I meet this beautiful young lady who, in my head, is the woman of my dreams. But no matter what, there's always some dude on her phone that she tells me not to worry about. So we get past like the honeymoon stage or whatever the case is, and then I'm like, yo, I want to get back to my music, but I'm also ready to propose to her.
Is it real?
I said parts of this was real.
Parts of
it.
He's a very good storyteller. I'm gonna give you that.
Thank you. But yeah, I keep going through her phone. His name keeps popping up, and I press her about it. And what comes out is that one day she was sad, and one thing led to another, and now she's pregnant.
Oh God!
But it was at that moment I was getting ready to propose.
Right.
So, and it's just kind of talking about that now we need distance at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
First we was going the distance, but now we need distance from each other.
Yeah.
So you've been in love?
Of course.
So what was like the heartbreak? Like what happened?
Yeah, this.
We getting
Nah,
I dealt with somebody who I felt I loved. You know what I'm saying? And she ended up dealing with one of my best friends at the time.
After or during?
Well, the tail end. So like we put some time in together or whatever the case is, and I started moving how I'm moving, and she decided she wanted to move how she wanted to move.
So you cheated first, or she cheated?
No, I ain't cheat. It's just I'm a very focused individual when it comes to the music and shit.
So you just started kind of focusing on
music
and less on relationships.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And she needed somebody to occupy her time.
Yeah.
Oh, guts.
Oh, he said you're good.
Now back to this Thot Boys thing. Well, first of all, what do you guys? Why is the name? And who are they? Like, what do they represent for you?
So it started as a joke,
Okay.
actually. So when the thought, just the word itself was trending,
Is this your entourage?
No, that's my team, that's my brothers.
Okay.
But it started because, when it first came out, people would just go, oh, that's a Thot haircut. Or he a Thot because he wearing Jordans. You know what I'm saying? So all of us are Thots for different reasons.
Yeah.
You have to be around us to figure out who's a Thot for what reason.
So you're not gonna tell us why you a Thot?
No, not at all.
All right. Well, first of all, you pretty as hell. Yeah.
That brown skin Thot shit.
Right.
I'm teddy bear Thot. Now stop.
See?
But yeah, so it started as a joke. Dip, she's a female artist on the label. She was like, all y'all niggas is Thots. You're always in somebody's face. This nigga always got Jordans on. And this nigga always with chains. Thot haircut. This nigga got a fade now. This nigga never had a fade. I don't protect she literally was just calling us Thots.
Right.
The light bulb went off in the room. He was like, they always calling the females Thots. We have the hardest job ever to convince you that we're hoes and you still like us.
What? Clever.
I can literally walk to a venue. I tell people that I'm a hoe, and I can still walk out with Instagrams and phone numbers.
I mean,
why do you feel like that is though? No, seriously. Let's get down to it. Like, why do you think that's a thing?
People like projects. People like feeling like they can change somebody. People also like feeling like they connected to somebody popping. You know what I'm saying? And it's so different, so left, yet so trendy. It's one of those things where it's like, he looks lit. She looks lit.
Yeah.
I want to be around that energy.
That's true. Do you also think I feel like it's foolishness sometimes.
Yeah, of course.
Because for a fact, like, something's gonna go wrong, but you just like, nah, it's not gonna happen to me. Like,
I'm just jump out the window anyway.
Yeah, like some fake cockiness or whatever. Like, no, that's never gonna happen to me or whatever. But
now your heart broke.
Right.
You realize you need distance.
From the Thot Boys.
So how do you plan on staying humble in this industry? Because like we
do you
go to
plan
a
on
lot
staying
of
humble?
events and things like that, and even to like the Instagram famous people, or if you want to call it fame, like just them knowing that they're in the spotlight now, you can tell their energy is changing.
Right.
So like how do
Yo, I'm thinking about it.
nothing.
Lord.
But
Oh Lord.
yeah, how do you plan on keeping humble?
I mean, I know that shit is here today, going tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For me, like one of my earliest videos from my first Kony Island project, it did like 90,000 views on YouTube, and I thought I was that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And a couple videos it did 20,000, after that 30,000, and then I had a video do like 800 views. So like that was my nigga, stay humble. You ain't make it.
Yeah.
Like, and you got all this poppin' shit, a bunch of people talking about you, people trying to walk me in the labels, to people don't even fuck with me no more. You know what I'm saying? And I get that, and I understand that. You know what I'm saying? So when I had my rebirth, or if that's what you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? My understanding is just like, everything is an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything that's set in front of me, I just got to go out and grab it, work hard for it, keep my nose to the ground, my 10 toes, and just understand why I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying? I want to touch people. I want to change people's lives. So it's kind of like all of these things, I just got to keep in perspective daily.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, like, what keeps you motivated at the end of the day? Like, we're in a time where, yeah, so I was going to ask you, though, like, how you stay motivated, because we're in a time where, like, in the media, it seems like everyone's, like, low-key losing their minds. People committed suicide. Depression is a big thing in this industry. So how, like, someone, especially where you're not even at the point you want to be, where most of them are, but, like, you're climbing to the top, what keeps you motivated and not grounded with yourself mentally, where you're not like, all right, I'm losing it?
So for me, I work with kids.
Okay.
I run an after-school program in the Bronx. It started with me just being a group leader. Then I became a basketball coach. Then I started a music program. Then like I got funded to like have them start a radio program, and now I'm the supervisor of the site. So literally me going through those steps, seeing certain kids that I started with now graduated high school, they going to college, they coming back to me looking for jobs. And the madness that's actually plaguing the world. I've recently just lost one of my students. You know, shout out to her family. I'm not going to blast them like that, but you know what I'm saying. Like those little things is what keeps me grounded. Like I get a chance to stay rooted in my community.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying. And then also like I'm human, so I working on this project. I was battling depression.
Right.
And I know what that feels like. I know what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? So there's up days, there's down days. You know what I'm saying? But I keep those little things, like I mentioned earlier, talking family and things like that, and the work that I do in the community, and looking at who supports me and who depends on me. That helps keep me, you know what I'm saying, in a positive enough mind space that I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I can climb out of this.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's something you would want to like incorporate with you as you move forward, like kind of spreading that message?
Yeah.
Especially because like we always talk about how like especially with black youth, like the black men, they don't want to
express themselves.
Yeah, express themselves and say like, yo, I'm depressed. Instead, they lash out in different ways.
But it's because it's so frowned upon in the black community. You know what I'm saying? We're not allowed to be stressed. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Black men, black women, just period. Minorities, period. Mental illness, mental health is such a real thing in our community, and it's so unaddressed. You know what I'm saying?
So how do you kind of feel like? How do you plan on breaking that cycle? Sorry.
I mean, it starts with one just saying, "Hey, I'm fucked up."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going through something. You feel me? I want to be. Well, I see it a lot. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Triple X, to Nate Sean, however you pronounce that young brother name. But he was obviously going through shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He obviously said, "Yo, I'm fucked up."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then like, even seeing that, now I'm seeing so many more kids and minorities and people willing to say, I'm fucked up right now. Like, I need help. You know what I'm saying? So it's becoming common. I think once we can, you know what I'm saying, acknowledge those things, then we can address them.
Do you feel like you plan on implementing that in some of your music?
I mean, I do it in small ways. I'm not going to jump out the window and go full-blown activist. That's not my move. You know what I'm saying? There's people that genuinely want to move like that. That's not how I want to move. But definitely when I'm feeling something, I'm ready to speak on, I'm ready to touch on it. That's what I'm going to do.
Do you... I know guys, when they're in the groups, though, like, do you guys talk to each other? Like, do you have friends that be like, yo, bro, I'm not going to hold you, like, the other day, so. Do you guys get in touch with, like, your emotional side? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I don't call them my friends or my niggas. Like, those are my brothers. You feel me? Like, that bond is deep. Like, we check each other. We do shit that people don't expect men to do. Oh, that's his man's. He gonna let him fuck on his... No, you're wrong. I'm gonna check you. Or, yo, I'm going through something. Yo, I need your help. Perspective. I'm gonna be the angel and the devil right now. What do you want to do? You know what I'm saying? We have conversations about spirituality and things like that. Teddy's a Muslim and a 5%er. Since I've been hanging out with him, I stopped eating pork and now I'm studying the Quran. Like little shit like that. Like,
growth within your brotherhood.
So what about, what kind of qualities do you think other people take from you?
I'm very dependable. I love to be on time. That wasn't shade. I promise. And I'm big on communication.
Okay.
So I can definitely say people that's been around me, the communication has been much better. And then there's a urge to be professional.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about with your artistry? Like, what is your collective? What are you to your collective?
I'm unfortunately the front guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like the face.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. You know
Why you say unfortunately?
I say unfortunately because it has ups and downs.
Okay.
Right. And in certain moments, I'm able to get us in the door with certain shit.
Mm-hmm.
But with other moments, I want the light to be about them, and people will legitimately just look for Kony. You know what I'm saying?
So, sorry, go ahead.
Perfect example.
Yeah.
One of my boys, he booked a performance. We were supposed to perform at a release party, and everything was going through him. So I'm like, yo, you want to bring us out? We'll come out, no problem. But you go on the flyer, your information or whatever. The person heard that he was going to bring me out, took him off the flyer, put my picture, didn't put the Thot Boys is coming. They literally said Kony Brooks is performing.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So shit like that I don't like.
And you didn't even
I didn't reach out to the promoter, nobody. Like, they heard through third party that I was gonna be there.
Yeah. Because they assumed you would bring out more people.
Right.
Okay.
And I'm just like, that's not cool.
So you feel like everybody's waiting for you to pop, and then you gonna put them on?
Outside people feel like that.
Outside people.
My team, we all believe in each other to the point where like any of us can pop tonight, not even tomorrow, tonight. And then we just understand now we just gotta fall in line.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whoever it is, they just gotta do it. Right now, a lot of looks are very consistent for me. I'm in a position where I can, you know what I'm saying, bring people out or connect the dots for people on my team. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I gotta run with it.
You feel like it's a little bit pressure?
A lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure, I'm not gonna lie to you. And then, like, it's to the point where sometimes I focus so heavy on business, I lack in my art.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to figure out what's the next scheme so we can get $1, so we can put towards this budget because we tired of only performing in New York. Let's go get on the plane and go do something. But it's difficult to do that when your budget has to consist of something for 6 people, not just one. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always trying to figure it out.
So what are some of your projects that you do have coming out? Like videos, having videos coming out?
Yes.
Are you working on anything like fashion? Like what are some of the things you're working on?
So you're on point.
Okay.
So I actually got like 3 videos about to drop in the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
One's supposed to drop today, but we'll see how that goes. I just finished shooting a video with Mickey Fax.
Okay.
So that's dropping. We got the waist trainer video. That's
I heard
finished.
that one.
Oh, thank you. Oh, ow, fuck it up.
Listen, he got some
that's
real
where like, I was like, okay,
nasty stripper.
he has lyrics though, but that's when I really was like, okay, he has lyrics because I was listening to it and I'm like, okay, I hear this one of those radios when you start to rap. I'm like, okay, yeah, he's not just not saying nothing though either. It's definitely sounding like a radio
a balance,
but then it's a balance. So I was like, all right, okay. So yeah, you have that.
I got the record, the Touch Me record with Silent Celeb. That video is dropping. I got my Chung Lee freestyle. I call it Honda. That video is dropping. Me and Teddy is looking into shooting the We Ballers video in about 2 or 3 weeks. So it's just a lot of work. And these lovely Always Busy tees. Shout out to Dream Achievers Clothing. Shout out to Trizzy Bonds. So we got a special edition of the shirts that's dropping with my album.
Okay.
So it's black and gold to commemorate the cover and all of that other stuff. We'll be doing that for 4 months. Those tees is going for 10. Yeah,
I heard to make sure y'all grab yourself a t-shirt.
Make sure you get you one
you
too.
and your boyfriend. Okay? So speaking of freestyle, you know.
Damn.
I mean,
well, before the freestyle,
as long as you know it's coming.
I feel like with like labels and teams, here comes the drama. There comes the, people not doing what they need to be doing or when they need to be doing. So how do you feel like you and your collective stay focused and your structure stays solid?
We don't invite people into the business. You know what I'm saying?
In terms of what?
In terms of when you see us, we move as one. Like 5 minutes before you see us, we could have all been at each other's throat, ready to slit each other's throat, fight, whatever it is. But once we walk into that venue or once we walk into that studio session, you'll never know.
That's how it should be.
And exactly. Families fight. People bicker. Like, we're not going to always see eye to eye. And it's understanding that. It's also understanding that conversations and situations are not always personal. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, that's why we took the necessary steps to handle the business and paperwork and things like that. So now I know when I'm having a label meeting, me and Teddy don't have to see eye to eye right now because this is a business conversation.
Right.
We have different of opinions, so we can talk all that shit, argue whatever the case is. It's over. Now we're going to the bar because it was never personal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So your label, tell us a little bit about that. Like, what do you guys offer? Are you, picking up? Yeah.
So we're a full production situation going on. So we produce graphic art, we shoot videos, photography, artist development, all of that great shit. But the way we do move is more based on vibes and talent. Okay. So we're not just out here saying, yeah, we're gonna scoop you up.
Fuck up y'all.
Yeah, our feng shui. Like
yeah.
so new people that's coming around, like, they're gonna have to hang out with us. Like, we literally put Ray Fame through like the gauntlet. He hung out with us for like 2 years.
He flashed. Oh, you guys about to flash.
But it was so real, and he appreciated it so much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He learned, he grew as a man and as an artist in the process of that time. And when we felt like he was ready for what it is we had to offer and was able to be in a space where he can contribute, you know what I'm saying? We was like, yeah, it's right. And the timing just kind of worked out.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So I feel like you guys are very in tune with like the culture and the trends because you have Thot Boys, you have waist training, you have industry freaks. Now, first of all, let me say
I knew that was coming. Okay.
Hey, you better know what I'm about to say.